Hello and welcome back. We are on to our very last step, which is events. And this is something that I got from Emily Vavra, but a lot of people, a lot of top leaders in Isagenix say it as well. If you want to make small money, sell products. If you want to make medium money, sell the opportunity. But if you want to make big money, then sell the events. And events are incredibly important because it creates culture and community, and creates so much third-party validation when you have people that are sharing their stories outside of you, and people are getting exposed to all people's different stories, both physically and financially, and they're seeing the transformations, and they're hearing the Isagenix story, they're hearing Jim and Kathy Coover's story. And the different scale of events are going to be small events and large events. So here's some ideas of what small events can be. Small events can be challenges. They can be 11-day resets, 14-day challenges, 30-day challenges. They can be collagen elixir challenges, adaptogen elixir challenges. They can be cleanse challenges, the 30-day system challenges. You can do the IsoBody challenge with your team. Other small events are going to be in-home opportunity meetings, timeout Tuesdays, sip and sweats, business and bubbles, anything where you're getting people into your home and you're sharing the Isagenix story, you're sharing your story via the presentation. And I have the slides and the notes for you to be able to kind of read and have an idea of different talking points that you can share during that presentation on our Bright Light Tribe Business Builders Files tab. And this is going to be a really great way to create that culture and create community, like I said. And Zach Slobin always says something. He says, I heard him say this before. He said that high touch plus high tech equals high check. Again, that was high touch plus high tech, meaning social media marketing, online events, equals high check. So whether you want to start hosting something once a week in home, or if you want to be hosting something bi-weekly or once a month, really get into action and get people in your home and get people where they can experience the stories, Isagenix stories, and what's actually possible for them here, both physically and financially. And you can start these on your own. You do not have to wait for anybody. You don't have to be a certain rank to be able to do this. And this is going to be a massive way to be able to create some personal momentum in your business. So I really encourage you to, if you're a team of 1, a team of 5, a team of 15, whatever it is, to start doing some in-person, in-home events to start cultivating that community and that culture where you're at and getting people together in person. It makes such a big difference. And think about it, and when you are on Zoom versus in person with people together, it's so different. It's so much more personable when you're in person together with people. And some other small scale events are going to be the online opportunity calls. And that is definitely something that I would really like us to focus mostly on, inviting people to the opportunity calls and inviting people to in-homes. And the reason why is because when they are on the online opportunity call or in the in-home presentation, it's going to be a very similar presentation, and they're going to have the full overview of Isagenix. It's going to be anywhere between 35 to 45 minutes long, no longer than an hour. And they are going to get the full overview, and they will for sure, after that presentation, should know without a doubt whether they are interested in being a customer, or if they're interested in getting the products paid for, or if they're interested in pursuing the business. And when it comes to big events, what are big events? So those are going to be Celebration, NYKO, Super Saturdays, but mostly those bigger events such as Celebration, NYKO, University in Action. And when those are going to be in person again, is going to be so important to get as many people as possible to those events. And I can share my own personal testimony with this. I was fortunate to be able to go to NYKO in January of 2020, right before this whole mess of the pandemic happened. And my personal story with this is that I was very hesitant and kind of skeptical. I didn't have a great experience with a sponsor before meeting my friend that introduced me to Isagenix. And so I was already kind of had my wall up and I wasn't really sure. The only reason why I was continuing to move forward in the decision to continue to take a look at it is because I had a feeling and a nudge that this was what God was pushing me towards. And so I was following that, even though I was scared and skeptical and unsure. And then I went to NYKO. My sponsor was very smart. She got me to NYKO, and that changed everything for me. It completely opened my eyes, and I was exposed to the community and the culture. And I had no idea that something like that had even existed. It gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. And I just fell in love with the community, the people. I was standing with my team, which is the Fit Free Life movement. I was standing with Erica Hess and my sponsor Stephanie and some of the other girls on that team, and I just saw this group of women that had this incredible energy that I just desperately was looking for, because I had none at the time, because I hadn't even started my Isagenix products yet. And I saw people on stage that just looked amazing. Everyone's hair looked like unicorn hair. They had amazing skin. I saw women that were just aging beautifully in their 40s and 50s and 60s. And I was just so impressed. I saw people on stage that were sharing their personal testimony, sharing how they were praying for a solution and God sent them this. And it was at that moment, that's when I was all in. And that's when I knew that I was 100% in and I was committed. And NYKO made that happen for me. So imagine for a moment that you get 10 to 15 of your customers or people that are interested in doing the business, whoever they are, you get 10 to 15 people exposed to something like that, and they all have an experience like I had at NYKO. Can you imagine how powerful that would be for your business? And then you have them do the same thing. You have each of those people grab their 10 people for the next event, and you have each of those people grab their 10 people for the next event. It's huge, it's powerful, it's non-negotiable. And again, it's going to be a lot easier to have these events in place and to be the invitation to the destination where they get the information. And I love having events in place, challenges in homes, because when you have your pipeline of people on your list that are on your interested list, then it's so easy to invite them to something, invite them to a challenge, invite them to your home for Time Out Tuesday, invite them to a Super Saturday, invite them to your online call, invite them to NYKO. All right, my friends. So that is it for our steps in our systems, we will continue the conversation and kind of go over just the basics of some other tools that are helpful, as including your story and prospecting when you're out and about and telling people what you do and what to say for that. And I will see you all in our next conversation in the next training video. And thank you again so much for being a part of our team. And I'm so excited for you to get plugged in. Make sure that you are scheduling some meetings with your upline and your sponsors so that they can answer whatever questions that you may have on our system.